Hi there. We're going to be talking about Chapter 3, Managing Stress. So if you go and look on page 54, 55, and 56, we're starting a new chapter regarding what is stress, how to handle it, how to manage it. We're going to be discussing what is stress, what is distress, what is eustress. One is dealing with negativeness, and one is dealing with being excited and positiveness. There's also some major life changes that could occur when you are feeling stressed out. And there's a graph on page, not a graph, sorry. There's like a little highlighted portion on page 57 with some examples of some major life changes. Then you're going to proceed to talking about environmental problems, everyday problems, catastrophes in the sections of what is stress and how stress causes your life. For some of the major life issues, it could be perhaps, hopefully this doesn't happen, but perhaps like if your house is burned or if someone in your family gets really sick and, you may have to make changes in your family environment. Like when my mom was sick, she lived in the living room. She wasn't able to go upstairs because she was wheelchair bound and bedridden for a while. So that could be a life major change due to everyone's adjustment of life and taking people to chemotherapy, a parent losing a job, perhaps, if you were involved with someone, like your boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever your loved one is, your significant other, they break up with you, it could affect your life for sure. I mean, your heart's broken, you're devastated. A big one would be, unfortunately this happens, but parents getting divorced, and maybe he or she has a new significant other, and you may or may not like that person, and the whole dynamics of the family life just, is upside down in a way, Catastrophes would be like hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis that affect your environment. Catastrophe could be, again, like I said, the house being destroyed. So that part's on page 58. Everyday problems. Wow, there's a bunch of everyday problems that could be minor or huge. The other day, my daughter was doing her job, and my oldest one, and she came back from work, and all of a sudden the back of her truck window was, broken. And she had no idea how that happened. That's an everyday problem. And that's now changing in the sense that she's got to now pay for it, and she felt bad, and just these things happen. She said, how can someone do that? Then the other day, I think this truck's just bad news, but I come out of the driveway and I notice something's wrong with her bumper. And I'm like, what the heck's going on with Lexi's truck? I look, and then someone backed into her truck. So needless to say, that's another issue. The truck's not worth, fixing it. So she's going to have to drive around with a little bit of a bumper until she can afford one. Those are everyday problems. Or perhaps maybe you forgot your assignment, or I don't know, here's one. You forget to put it's minor, but here you forget to put your clothes that you washed that's in the wash machine into the dryer, and now it stinks, it has mildew, you have to rewash it all over again. Those are some everyday problems. Maybe not life-altering, but if it adds up, okay? And disagreements and conflicts with your friends or family, or you're saying one thing and they interpret a different way. Those are everyday problems. Just hassles, basically, okay? Annoyances. Moving on to the environment problems, well, you have some things that could be immediate danger. For example, there's pollution, there's maybe construction going on. That's an environment issue, because if you don't pay attention while you're driving, you could cause an accident or be in an accident, so you need to be aware of the pylons and, information on that. So you're going to be reading section 1, starting about what causes stress and what is a good stress, what is a bad stress, what causes stress, life changes, major changes in your life, to catastrophes, everyday problems, and environment. You're going to be doing sections 1, questions. You're going to do 1 through, I'm probably going to have you guys just do 1 through 4 this time. You're going to do 1 through 4. I'm going to write this down so that way I don't forget. On page 59, that's all I need you to do is 1 through 4. In section 1, questions. So therefore, moving on now to section 2, how stress affects your body. So you have some stages of stress. All right, you have 3 stages of stress. You have your alarm stage, you have your resistance stage, and your exhaustion stage. All right, you have your flight or fight response. So on page 61, you're going to see a girl that's running, and it's going to affect how your body reacts when you are stressed. You're going to read these 3 stages of stress. Make sure you understand the difference of all 3. Sometimes you don't expect stress to happen in your life, but it does occur. So the alarm stress is the fight or flight. One could be like, say you're trying to cross the street and a car's coming in, you quickly move out of the way, like, whoa. Or if the building's on fire, again, you're not going to do the decision-making process and go through all the stages of, oh, do I stay, do I go, what are the pros and cons? You're just going to react, and you're going to get out to the safest area possible if the building's on fire, all right? Your adrenaline has a rush, okay? You get your adrenaline rush on there, and that's a natural chemical in your body. Basically, it's, you're fighting for your life. So look over that diagram of the girl that's running and talks about alarm stages for stress on your body. Resistance stage. So sometimes this is when your body adapts to the stress. Like right now, we're probably all stressing out because of online learning, and that just happens. That's what we're in right now. We have to just deal with it. Take you one breath at a time. One breath at a time. And you want to make sure that you kind of realize why you're irritated. Like, well, why am I irritated? Or why do I have a short fuse? Why am I crying? Why am I breaking out? These are, things that are occurring to you when you're in resistance stage. And you are going to be dealing with some symptoms. Symptom could be, again, like I said, you may have a lot of energy, but then you may crash. You are able to handle sometimes stress, or as long as you're organized, but then again, maybe you're not. Exhaustion stress. This is the 3rd stage. I got about 2.5 minutes left on this video, and then I'm going to add again, all right? Because mine's only about 10 minutes long on this app, just to let you guys know that. So exhaustion stage. This is the 3rd stage, and you're just like have no energy, like in a gas tank. You're on E, and you're just at wit's end. This is where your body wears down. During this stage, you could possibly be very emotional, of course. You're rethinking your decisions throughout the day. Your behavior changes. There's many warning signs on this. Your hair could fall out. You could lose a lot of weight, gain a lot of weight. A lot of people, will eat if they're stressed, or they won't eat when they're stressed. So when you are going through all these stages, you just kind of take a step back during the alarm, or during the resistance, and during the exhaustion one, and just realize, okay, what is going on? The exhaustion stage too could be like a huge situation of someone dying in your family, and you're just numb. You just cannot have the energy to get through anything because of a big, huge loss. So when you move on to page 62, you're going to be recognizing signs of stress. You need to really be aware. Some people like to suppress their stress. They, oh, I'm good, I'm fine. But their body reacts differently. When I was pregnant with one of my daughters, my mother was diagnosed with chemotherapy, and she kept asking me, are you okay? Are you doing fine? I'm like, oh, I'm good. Because I didn't want her to know that I was worried about her. I got about a minute left, so soon I'll get back with you. But my pregnancy was very difficult because of that. I was suppressing the stress of my mom. I didn't want her to worry about me, and I ended up having complications during my delivery. So you want to make sure you're recognizing these things. So there's a graph that shows you warning signs of stress. The girl has her head like this on the book. It talks about behavioral changes, changes in your thinking, physical changes, and emotional changes. So I will get back with you regarding some of those in a few moments. So please go over the pages of section 1 and 2, and I'll be with you shortly. Bye.